Gill Charlton and her snazzy bike.
Yes, this is a carbon road racing bike.
You use this in weekends, do you?
I use this only for weekends. I use it when I'm out with my friends, just on a very fast exercise run.
Yeah. Speed is everything with this.
Speed is everything.
It's very early Sunday morning, and Gill is ahead of the guys at the moment. How light is it actually?
I don't know. I think I can lift it with 2 fingers.
Oh, wow. And what does a bike like that cost?
This is 2,500.
Okay. What's the point here, you're wondering, no doubt. Gill's no champion, and her bike's not that special. Yes, but it and the way Gill presents represents our bike culture, which is essentially a sporting one, and which I'm saying is not friendly to other uses.
Well, if I just step onto a bike like that, I'm not going to be comfortable, am I? It's going to put me off.
I'm actually quite comfortable here. I've got pads on my gloves that protect my hands. I've got pads on my shorts that protect my bottom. I think there's a lot of people who buy this because this is the image that's sold in Australia for cycling, and then they get the gear and the bike sits in the garden shed for the next 12 months.
Look at this wonderful sight here. A spring cycle day in Sydney. The street's almost as full as one would see in Amsterdam. But the resemblance is superficial. Look closely and you'll see that these bikes are from the same racing stable as Gill's. No mudguards, no lights, no racks, no baskets, no chain guards. But they do so often have water bottles, and that's the dead giveaway to the racing connection. You'd never see a water bottle on a Dutch city bike. So let's check actual differences. Here we are in Amsterdam. The first thing you notice is posture. They do sit up remarkably straight here. They can ride with one hand if they need to, which you can't do on those Australian bikes. They have baskets in front and racks behind. They have chain guards, which is why and how people can ride in their ordinary clothes. You didn't see that on those Australian bikes. All of this suggests that our bikes are essentially sports and fun machines, and they'll never be serious transport. So Gill, you wouldn't go to the shops on this bike, would you?
I wouldn't ride my bike like this to the shops. I would feel as awkward as if I'd gone to the shops in a ball gown.
So, what are we going to do about this? Well, with no access to Dutch bikes, we've picked up some old ladies' bikes and we're fixing them up. Our dream is to persuade the least likely group in Australia to try them, and that would be teenage girls. We've been inspired by a British documentary that we saw called Beauty and the Bike. People in the town of Darlington in the UK persuaded sceptical teenagers to try bikes. They did pretty well, and it's all been captured in Beauty and the Bike.
The fact that we've got a load of really sort of pretty Dutch bikes has meant that the girls have all been like, wow, I really want to ride these, you know, I'm going to look really good on this bike.
Yeah, that would
What
be
would
good.
you wear on the bike?
What I would wear? School uniform, some
Obviously.
kind of belt, earrings, necklaces, rings. Joking.
Okay.
What about you?
I'm gonna stick on the heels.
Well, we've yet to find our teenage girls, so Gill is trying the bikes for now.
Now that's a different image. Wow.
My upright shopping bike.
Yes, indeed.
This one feels comfortable.
Do you have to change your personality when you get onto this bike compared with that carbon fibre?
I do feel different. I don't know if it's changing personality. I actually feel like a child again. I have that moment where you sudden feeling of freedom. You know, when you used to grab your bike and race out the front gate. That's what happens on this bike.
So you can get up with a saddle on that sort of bike.
Oh yes, this is fun.
Are you 16 again?
Oh, less than that. 10. I'm 10.
And you feel just as much as if you're on a bicycle on that as on the other?
I do. Actually, almost enjoy it more. I can see around me. I can talk to people easily.
But by sitting up in that posture, you are seeing better, and you're seeing better, aren't you?
I'm seeing much better. I could certainly ride with a friend and have a good chat.
Yeah.
So it's a social sort of bike. The only thing that's lacking is the speed.
Yeah. But that doesn't really matter, does it?
No.
Not when you're going shopping.
Not shopping, no. Not when you're going shopping.
What about hill climbing on that? Not as good, eh?
I would find it more difficult, but it does have gears. And so, you know, if I'm not too heavily laden, I'll get up the hills all right.
I hope we've aroused your curiosity in these stately bikes which are so ignored here. If so, I can reveal that Gill rides one, in fact, all week. But it's electric.
Longer distances and for carrying stuff, are you?
Yes, I ride each morning down to the beach on this bike. I can take a bag full of swimmers and a towel, as you can see.
Yeah.
The great thing with this bike is the power assist. It means I can get up hills without feeling, oh my gosh, I've got that enormous hill to get up. I don't think I'll go this morning.
She does about 20 kilometres a day on it.
I come home, I've done my exercise, and I can get on with the day.
So this doesn't cheat you of exercise. You still get exercise.
Oh, absolutely. I come home quite tired. I mean, I'm pushing it up the hills, but I'm not daunted by the hills.
Right.
This hill is actually steeper than it looks. Gill's tiny motor, only 200 watts, which is presently the legal maximum, is still a big help. It's a doubling of the human effort.
And yet I just have that slight edge of feeling safer because I know I've got that speed to get me out of a situation, and
So, bike it or not, maybe you will never get on a racing bike, but you might try one of these. If you do, will you let us know? We want feedback.